In this video, we're diving into how to set up abandoned cart recovery in Shopify, step by step using the latest Shopify dashboard layout. What's going on, everyone? My name's Eric Hunsaker, and on this channel, we cut through the fluff to help you make smarter e-commerce decisions that actually drive sales. Now, if you've ever wondered why so many people add items to their cart only to just vanish before checking out, you're definitely not alone. Cart abandonment is one of the biggest frustrations for online sellers, but it's also one of the biggest opportunities. Now, because those people, they were already interested enough to add something to their cart. You just need to nudge them back. Shopify makes this easier than ever with its built-in automation tools. So today we're going to walk through everything. How to turn on the automation, customize the email, test different versions, and even layer in advanced tactics like SMS reminders and personalized follow-ups. So by the end of this video, you'll not only have your Shopify abandoned checkout automation running, but you'll also know how to optimize it for maximum recovered revenue. Why cart abandonment happens. Before we jump into the technical setup, let's just talk about why people abandon their carts. Because understanding that helps you write better recovery messages. Most of the time, it's not that they changed their mind completely. It's usually they got distracted. Maybe a text came in or their phone rang. They weren't ready to commit. Maybe they wanted to compare prices elsewhere. Or maybe the shipping costs surprised them. Or they just wanted to think about it before spending. Now, whatever the reason, the important thing is that abandoned cart doesn't have to be the end of the story. A friendly reminder set at the right time can bring a big chunk of those lost shoppers back, and it all happens automatically once you've got it set up right. Where to find Shopify's abandoned cart automation? So here's where a lot of people get tripped up, because Shopify changed this recently. The path to get there, you go to Shopify, your dashboard, and then marketing on the left-hand side, and go to automations. Now, if you don't already have a Shopify account, you can go ahead and click the link down below in the description. When you use that link, all you need is your email address and you can get a free 3-day trial. After that, your first 3 months are just $1 each. So for what? 30, 60, 93 days, it's going to cost you $3. Probably enough to make at least $93 or more. So go ahead, click the link down in the description, and let's get started. So once you log in, you'll be met here at the dashboard. Again, to get where I'm talking about, we'll come to marketing on the left, automations below that, and this is where we want to be. So they actually have a little setup wizard sort of task thing for you to complete here. And the first one's abandoned checkout, and the second one is abandoned cart. So this is how you know you're in the right place. That's the exact route that you want to take. Now you should see a pre-made automation called abandoned checkout or recovered abandoned checkouts here. Now, if you don't see it, don't panic. You can click create automation and then just choose abandoned checkout from the templates list. Shopify added it as a built-in workflow in their new automation builder, so every store has access to it. Setting up the automation. Once you click into that automation, you'll see Shopify's new visual workflow editor. It looks kind of like a flowchart. It's super easy to understand. Here's what the default setup looks like. Trigger. Checkout started but not completed. Wait step. Delays the message by a certain amount of time. The default is 10 hours. The action to have take place is send email to customer. That's the basic logic. So someone adds something to their cart, but they don't finish checkout. Shopify waits a few hours, then sends you recovery email automatically. So at the top right of the screen, make sure the automation toggle is on so it's live. So let's go ahead and do that now. Actually, let's just click review email for this recover abandoned checkout. So go ahead and click on that. And it looks like we're going to need to go ahead and upgrade to go ahead and use this automation. That's okay. We've got that sweet deal. We've got the free 3-day trial, and then it's just $1 per month after that. So let's go ahead and click on upgrade. And let's do this. Let's go ahead, select a basic, and we'll go ahead and fill out this information. Okay, so here we are in the automation template again, now that we've gone ahead and upgraded our plan. So we'll go ahead and start with this recover abandoned checkout. So go ahead and click on that. And it's saying we need to install this app, the Shopify email. So let's go ahead and install that and click install. Sweet. And now we'll go ahead and just turn on this automation. So go ahead and click continue. It's just saying that once you turn this on, it'll turn off the default email that it came with. Let's go ahead and click on this. And we'll click on edit workflow here in the top right. Now we need the Shopify Flow app to do that. So let's go ahead and install that as well. And here we go. So this is the visual builder inside of Shopify. So here we go. This is what starts it. Workflow starts when a customer abandons a checkout. Condition, customer abandoned checkout on online store. Condition, total price of the checkout is more than $0. If that's true, it will wait 10 hours. And the condition is customer hasn't placed an order or abandoned another checkout since starting this workflow. There's another condition, and one or more products in the checkout are available and in stock. This is actually a super crucial email here. It's basically checking that the product that they were going to check out is actually in stock before, we send an email to buy the stuff, because that's the last thing you want. Hey, why did you leave this in your cart? Oh wait, sorry, sorry, we're out of stock. So that's a great one to keep right there. And then we get to the actual email itself. So it's just one email. So we'll go ahead and click on that here. So, and here we can go ahead and preview that email. Now, if we click on edit email, this will bring us to the Shopify Mail app, and we can go ahead and edit this. So we can come in here, make any changes that we need by clicking edit here, and we can add anything that we need to go ahead and make this customized. So it's the drag and drop editor, super easy to use. You click anywhere and then it opens up new stuff here on the right. So we'll go ahead, this looks good. We'll set it to active. That's okay. We'll go ahead and click exit, leave, and there you go. That's how you go ahead and edit that email. Now, maybe you want to go ahead and add some more. So you could go ahead and click here, click on the little plus sign, and then we could set another condition. Maybe it waits a little bit, send an SMS at the same time. So let's come here, let's go SMS. Now, if you want to change the timing, then click the small clock icon between the trigger and the email step. You can set it to 1 hour, 6 hours, 10 hours, or 24 hours after abandonment. For most stores, 10 hours is the sweet spot. Long enough to feel natural, but still soon enough that the shopper remembers what they were doing. Customizing the recovery email. All right, so now for the fun part, making that email sound like you. Now click the email block inside the automation and then hit edit email. That'll open Shopify's email editor where you can tweak everything. Subject line, body text, button, colors, and images. Now a few quick best practices. Number 1, subject line. Keep it short, conversational, and curious. Try something like, hey, did something catch your eye? Or you left something behind? Or your cart's waiting for you. The goal is to stand out without sounding super spammy. Number 2, body copy. This should remind them of what they left and make it easy to come back. For example, looks like you were checking out a few favorites. Don't worry, we saved them for you. Complete your order below before they sell out. Keep it friendly and natural. Use your normal brand tone. If your brand's playful, add a little humor. If it's high-end, keep it polished and clean. 3, call to action. Use a big clear button like return to my cart or complete my order. Make sure it links directly to their checkout page. Shopify can do this automatically. 4, images. If you can, include images of the actual product from their cart. Visuals instantly remind them why they wanted the item in the first place. And once you're happy with your edits, click save and then turn on workflow at the top right. That's it. You've just activated your first Shopify recovery automation. Adding discounts or incentives. Now, should you offer a discount in your abandoned cart email? Not always. Sometimes a simple reminder is enough. But here's a quick breakdown of what works best. No discount. This works surprisingly well for low ticket items or when shoppers just got distracted. Small discount, 5 to 10%. This adds a gentle push without hurting your margins. Free shipping. This is perfect if shipping costs are a common reason for drop-offs. Now, if you decide to offer a discount, you can easily create a unique discount code inside Shopify. Then drop it into your email body or button text. Example, use code COMEBACK10 for 10% off visitors for the next 24 hours. This introduces urgency and gives shoppers that final reason to click that checkout button. Adding SMS reminders. Optional. If you've collected phone numbers at checkout, you can also send a quick SMS reminder. Shopify's automation builder supports SMS steps, or you can integrate with third-party tools like Klaviyo or Omnisend for more flexibility. But here's a solid, friendly SMS template. Hey, first name, you left something awesome in your cart at your store name. Complete your purchase here, share the link with them, and we've saved it for you. Keep it under 160 characters, avoid oversending, and make sure that customers have opted in for SMS marketing. Integrating with advanced marketing tools. Now, if you want more control or want to run multi-step sequences, Shopify integrates seamlessly with Klaviyo, Omnisend, MailChimp, and Shopify email like you saw. In those tools, you can create a series of emails. For example, send the first email 1 hour after abandonment, send a follow-up 24 hours later with social proof or a testimonial, send an SMS or final reminder on day 3. You can also segment by cart value, so sending more personalized offers to shoppers with high-value carts. This is where you can start getting really strategic with your recovery sequences. Crafting emails that actually convert. Now, writing a good recovery email is a balance between persuasion and personality, so here are some best practices. Number 1, use friendly human language. You want to write as if you're just talking to a friend. For example, hey Sarah, I noticed you were checking out our travel backpack. Did you have any questions about it? We'd love to help. That kind of tone feels helpful instead of pushy. Highlight benefits. Remind them why they were interested in the first place. This backpack has built-in USB charging and fits perfectly under airplane seats. Ideal for your next trip. You're bringing the value back into focus. 3, include a strong call to action. Don't make them hunt for the next step. Use one clear button and place it near the top. 4, build trust, reassure them. Mention your return policy, secure checkout, or customer reviews. Many people abandon carts because of uncertainty, so address that directly. 5, add urgency, but be honest. If you're low on stock or running a limited time offer, then say so. Just don't fake urgency. Customers can tell when it's artificial. Monitoring and optimizing your automation. Now, once your abandoned cart workflow is live, the next step is to track performance and make improvements over time. So inside Shopify's marketing, go to automations dashboard and you can see the performance metrics for each automation. Here's what to focus on. Recovery rate. How many abandoned carts actually converted after receiving your emails? Open rate. Percentage of people opening your recovery emails. Click-through rate. How many people click back to the checkout page? Revenue recovered. The total value of recovered orders. If your open rate is low, tweak your subject line. If your click-through rate is weak, rewrite your CTA or change button placement. If you're recovering sales but margins are low, test removing discounts. A/B testing and optimization. Shopify lets you duplicate automations, which makes A/B testing super easy. You can experiment with different subject lines, like a question versus a benefit statement. Varying discount amounts. Email timing, 1 hour versus 10 hours. Different visual styles. Always test one variable at a time so you know what caused the change in results. For example, version A, did you forget something? Plus no discount. Version B, still thinking it over? Plus 10% off. After a week or two, whichever recovers more carts becomes your new baseline. Segmenting for better results. If your store sells multiple types of products, segmentation can really level up your results. For example, new customers. Emphasize trust and first purchase incentives. For returning customers, keep it short and offer loyalty rewards. For high-value carts, send a personal follow-up or a VIP offer. Segmentation makes your automation feel personal, and personalization is what increases conversions. Advanced recovery tactics. Now, once you've nailed the basics, here are a few ways to go even further. Number 1, multi-channel follow-up. Now, don't limit yourself to just email. You can combine emails, SMS, and even retargeting ads. Shopify's built-in marketing integrations make it easy to retarget abandoned checkouts on Facebook or Instagram. 2, personal outreach for big carts. If someone abandons a $500+ cart, send a manual email from your support address. Hey, blank, just noticed you were checking out our premium bundle. Can I answer any questions before you order? That kind of personal touch often closes the sale. Maybe even throw in a little discount there too. 3, dynamic product recommendations. You can include related or complementary products in your recovery email. If they left a pair of shoes, show matching socks or accessories. Just don't overload them. Keep it focused. 4, loyalty incentives. If you run a rewards program, remind shoppers they'll earn points by completing their purchase. Complete your order today and earn 200 points towards your next reward. That small incentive often tips the scale. Common mistakes to avoid. Waiting too long. Reach out while the interest is still high. 6 to 10 hours max. Spamming. Don't bombard them with reminders. 2 to 3 emails max per sequence. Over discounting. Don't train customers to abandon for deals. Keep testing. Keep iterating. Customer behavior changes over time. Neglecting visuals. A bland email feels forgettable. Add product photos whenever possible. So abandoned carts are just part of e-commerce, but they don't have to mean the end of your lost revenue. With Shopify's built-in marketing automations and abandoned checkout workflow, you can automatically bring shoppers back, personalize your messages, and recover sales around the clock. So to recap, go to marketing, automations, abandoned checkout. Make sure to turn the automation on, edit your recovery email with friendly copy and a strong CTA, add more emails or SMS if you'd like, and then test timing, subject lines, and discounts. And don't forget to track results and optimize continuously. That's really all you need to start recovering emails on autopilot. So if you've tried abandoned cart recovery before, drop your results down in the comments. I'd love to see what's working for you. And if you found this walkthrough helpful, then hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future tutorials. We cover things like Shopify, e-commerce automation, and simple ways to grow your store without wasting money on tools. So be sure and subscribe. But other than that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you here in the next video.